Hi, I'm Kevin. Today we're fixing some quick and delicious molasses cookies. Yay! Now this recipe, like all good cookie recipes, begins with 2 cups of regular all-purpose flour. And we're putting this in a medium-sized bowl. And to the flour, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Not baking powder, baking soda. We're also going to add 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of ground ginger. Ginger is one of my favorite spices. It's right up there with ground cardamom. And we need 3/4 teaspoon of the ground cardamom. Cardamom has a beautiful floral scent. I absolutely love it. And finally, we need 1½ teaspoons of kosher salt. Did I say 1½ teaspoons? I meant just a ½ teaspoon kosher salt. And we're going to whisk this together. Yeah, this is one of those recipes that doesn't require any special equipment. You do not need a standing mixer, nor do you need electric beaters. Just regular household kitchen stuff. There we go. Then on to the wet ingredients. So we need another bowl. And let's see, I need to reposition all my ingredients. Here we go. First up, we need 1 large egg. And we're going to whisk that with the same whisk we used for the dry ingredients. We also need 1 stick, that's ½ cup or 113 grams of melted and slightly cooled butter. I'm going to whisk that in. Then we add 1/3 cup of regular granulated sugar. Whisk, whisk, whisk. And then we need some molasses because these are molasses cookies after all. And grab my measuring cup. And here's a little trick. When you're dealing with a sticky ingredient like honey or molasses, what you can do is spray your measure with non-stick vegetable spray. And then we want to bring this up to 1/3 cup. There we go. And the non-stick spray will help the sticky stuff release itself. There we go. Hang on, I have to grab a spatula. Here it is. I want to get all that molasses in there. You know what? I don't think that vegetable spray works so well after all, so scratch that little direction. And then, last ingredient, 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. And that's just brown sugar that you've measured and then pushed down with your thumb to pack it. There you go. And we whisk all of these ingredients together. Yeah, this is very easy to do, very quick. I want to make sure there are no lumps from the packed brown sugar. That looks good. Then we grab our dry ingredients. We're going to ditch the whisk and trade it for a spoon. And then we're going to add the wet ingredients to the dry. And I have my spatula ready because we want to make sure to get all of the wet ingredients out of the bowl. And then we're going to stir the two together just until they're combined. Did I mention that these cookies are downright addicting? Well, they are. You can't eat just one. If you're like me, you'll eat 1 dozen. Here we go. I hope you're having fun watching me stir. Okay, and the dough is going to get very thick, so be sure to use a stout spoon. And we are good to go. You get the dough off the spoon. And then this goes into the refrigerator for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, well, let me turn the camera up. Yeah. While the dough is chilling in the fridge, adjust the oven racks to the upper third and lower third positions, and then preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be back. All right, we're almost ready to form our cookies. First, take a small plastic bag and add, about a half cup of ordinary granulated sugar. We're going to be rolling the cookies in the sugar before we bake them. Also, take 2 baking sheets and line them with parchment paper. All right, here's our chilled cookie dough. What we're going to do is rip off or tear off tablespoon-sized clumps of the dough and roll it between the palms of the hands. Here it is. And then throw it in the bag of sugar. And you can do, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 of the balls at a time, throwing them in the sugar, that is. I'll do 3 for you. Give the bag a shake, and then place the sugared cookies on the baking sheet. And I'm going to press them down just a little bit so they don't roll around. And you want to space the cookies about 2 inches apart. And I'm going to finish, I'll do a couple more for you. Roll, fling, roll, smack, roll, bang, shake, and place on the baking sheet. Your hands are going to get pretty dirty while you do this, but who cares? I'm going to finish these off and then I'll be right back. All right, my cookies are formed and I put 12 cookies on each baking sheet, giving me 2 dozen cookies. Bake the cookies until they puff and develop cracks in the top. And that will take about 10 minutes. I think I forgot to tell you to rotate the baking sheets halfway through baking time if you're not using the convection oven. If you're using convection, you do not have to rotate the sheets. Okay, our cookies have baked. I'm going to let them cool on their baking sheets for 5 minutes, and then I will transfer them to wire racks for further cooling. And I wanted you to see the beautiful cracks in the surface of the cookies. And oh boy, they really smell terrific. You can really smell the ginger and the cardamom. Okay, I have a confession to make. I've already eaten 3 of the cookies. They are tender crisp. They are spicy and warm. I think they taste like autumn sunshine. So I hope you'll give this recipe a try. I'll post a link to the printable recipe in the description box below. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. I love hearing from you. Please subscribe, and I will see you very soon with another delicious recipe. Bye for now.